Okay, for this winter white hat, we are using Hobby Lobby's Yarn Bee, Soft Secret in white, this is a number 4, and Yarn Bee For the Moment in cream. And a crochet hook, size I or 5.5 millimeter. And in the white space in the description area below, you will find links to the matching scarf, and both of these actually match this gorgeous sweater. So all of those links will be down below. Okay, let's get started with a chain of 4. Start with a slip knot. Now use whatever method you prefer. I do it this way. Twist the hook. When I make the first chain, that creates the slip knot. 2, 3, 4. Make them a little bit loose. Now we are going to form a ring. Enter the hook into the first chain. We're going to do a slip stitch. Pull the yarn through cleanly. Then chain 1. Now we will enter 6 single crochets into the center. So find your center. I keep the tail along the chain here so I can just incorporate it into the stitches. 4, 5, and 6. Now we are going to join the beginning with a slip stitch again into that beginning chain. Chain 1. Now we're going to enter 2 single crochets into each space. So we end up with 12. It's a little bit tight. Now slip stitch again into that beginning chain to join or to close up that row. Chain 1. And now we're going to enter 2 single crochets into each space, starting with that first space. The last 2 go into that last space. 23, 24. And now slip stitch into that beginning, slip stitch, and chain 1. Now for row 5. We're going to enter 1 single crochet into each space. And we're going to start this time in the same space. And 24. Slip stitch again into the beginning, slip stitch to join. That can be a little tricky. If you're working too tight like I am, you don't want to work too tight. And then chain 1. Right, now we're going to enter for row 6 a single crochet in the first space, 2 singles in the next, 1 single in the next, and we will keep repeating. You will end the row with one single in the last space for 34 total. Slip stitch again to join, chain 1. You will end that row with one single crochet in that last space, and that comes to 48. Join with the slip stitch and chain 1. Now we're going to enter one single crochet in each space for 48. Okay, so for row 9, we enter one single crochet in the first space, 2 in the next, 1 in the next, 2 in the next, 1, 2, all the way around. And then we end up with 70 single crochets. And then slip stitch, chain 1 as always. Then for row 10, we will do one single crochet in each space, and we will end up with 69. On row 11, again, one single crochet in each space, we end up with 68. We are losing one on each row, and that's okay, because we want to start tapering this anyway. Now on row 12, we're going to do a decrease row. So let me show you how we do that. So we will enter or start the single crochet, 2 loops on the hook in the first space. Then in the next space, start the single crochet. We have 3 loops on the hook. Pull the yarn through all 3. So now we have decreased by 1. So we combine 2 stitches into 1. And then we will continue with a single crochet in each space all the way around. When we get to the end, we will decrease again in the last 2 stitches. All right, now we will work the decrease over the last 2 stitches. 2 loops on the hook, pull the yarn through again on the next space for 3 loops on the hook, pull the yarn through all 3. Now you've decreased by 1. Now we will slip stitch to join, chain 1. So at the end of row 12, we will have 65 stitches. Now for the next row, we start over here in the first full space for a single, and then single in each space all the way around. We will end up with 64 stitches. At the end of row 13, we had 64 stitches. Then for row 14, you want to single crochet in each space for 63 stitches. And then for row 15, what I did was enter one single crochet in the first 2 spaces. One single, and then 2 into the next space. Single, single, and then 2 singles. Okay, so a single in one space, a single in one space, then 2 singles in the next space. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. All the way around. And that will give us 82 stitches. And you will end that row with 2, with a single crochet in each of the last 2, I should say. Let me show you. Last 2 spaces, 1 single, 1 single, and then slip stitch, chain 1. Then for row 16, you will enter 1 single crochet in each space. Okay, now for row 16, we will do 1 single crochet in each space, and that will take us to 80 stitches. Row 17, again, single crochet in each space. That will take us to 79. Row 18, same single crochet in each. That will take us to 78. Row 19, the same single crochet in each. That will take us to 77. Row 20, again, single crochet in each. That will take us to 76. Now, here I am on row 21. Now we are going to do a little bit of a different stitch here. So what we're going to do is enter a single crochet in the first space, chain 1, skip the next space, enter a single crochet in the next space, chain 1, skip the next, single crochet in the next, chain 1, and that's the pattern around this row. We'll skip a space, single crochet in the next, chain 1, skip a space, single crochet in the next, chain 1, and keep going. Right at the end of that row, we are going to end with a single crochet, and that will be stitch number 75. Now, slip stitch to join as always. And now what we're going to do is enter a single crochet in the first space, chain 1, single crochet in the next space, chain 1 all the way around. So you're entering under the space of that chain below. At the end of that row, you will end with a single crochet in the last space, and that'll take you to 73 stitches. And then slip stitch to join and repeat that row twice more. Okay, if you decide you want a longer hat, you can certainly add more rows as needed. Actually, that's what I ended up doing. I added 2 more rows, and now it fits me perfectly. So now it's time to add, and of course when you're done, tie it off, cut it off. Now it's time to add the fur trim, and you want right side facing. Insert the hook in the seam, leave yourself a tail, pull the yarn through. You need to work very, very loosely with this yarn. Okay, so now you also won't be able to see the stitches, but you will be able to feel exactly where the hook should go. Okay, so pull through, that locks in the yarn. Now you will be entering a single crochet in each space. Okay, so just move that out of the way. I like to incorporate the tail along the row to hide it. You can leave it hanging if you prefer to weave it in at the end. Okay, so in each space, enter a single crochet. Again, keep it very, very loose. And just work all the way around. And remember, this hat matches the winter white sweater trimmed in fur and the matching scarf, also trimmed in fur. So it's a matching 3-piece ensemble. Go ahead and check out the links below. I will leave links to those other projects. Okay? So keep going. Okay, this is the completed hat. There you go. Now don't forget, we also have the matching winter white sweater with the fur trim and the matching winter white scarf with the fur trim. And all these 3 coordinate together for a 3-piece ensemble. So I will leave links below where you can go ahead and check those out. Thank you.